Harry and Meghan's future, uncharted territory, after announcing their desire to strip back their royal duties and become financially independent. The Queen now publicly supporting their decision, saying in a statement, Harry and Meghan have made clear that they do not want to be reliant on public funds in their new lives. But the questions remain over how they will fund their future. In the past, British taxpayers have spent millions on the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. According to the couple, 5% of their income comes from the sovereign grant, an annual payment to the entire royal family, which last year totaled more than $100 million. And last year, taxpayers footed the bill for $3 million in renovations to their cottage. It remains to be seen if the couple will still accept income from Prince Charles, which has accounted for 95% of their office's funding. Last year, it totaled $6.5 million.
Now, if they lost a large chunk of that, then obviously they'd have to, seek new revenue streams. Now, of course, that looks good in theory, but there are potential sensitive areas, particularly in terms of politics. The royal family has to be politically neutral.
But the couple already has plenty of money of their own. Harry's net worth is $39 million, according to multiple reports, $7 million of which he inherited from his mom, the late Princess Diana, and more from his great-grandmother. The Washington Post reports Meghan's own work, like acting in Suits, gave her a net worth of $5 million. She also had her own lifestyle website, The Tig, on top of endorsements and sponsorship deals. But in North America, Harry and Meghan could earn far more than they're currently worth. Harry even encouraging Disney to hire Meghan for voiceover work. But if they worked for themselves, their high-profile friends give us some clue how much they could make. Barack and Michelle Obama, the former president and first lady, have book deals worth an estimated $65 million. President Obama is reportedly paid $400,000 for a speaking engagement. Another friend of the Sussexes, Serena Williams, has lucrative marketing deals with Chase, Gatorade, JP Morgan and Nike. And Oprah, who attended their wedding, is worth $3 billion. Something to aspire to, perhaps, for a royal couple moving on together to the next chapter of their life.